Robert Mueller's Russia probe has cost American taxpayers $17 million so far. I mean, that's a lot of money, but in the scheme of things, it's really not a whole lot of money. But I'll tell you what it has cost us, really. It has cost us sort of our belief in the system, right? I mean, you look at the divisiveness that we have right now in this country. You look at how people are so split and this lack of trust in our government. Lack of productivity, I would argue. I mean, it's amazing to me that anybody in the White House gets anything done. I would commend the president for that because you got one giant distraction going on, and yet still we've seen a lot of success policy-wise thus far. But it's, you know, it costs you productivity. It costs the most important thing of all, which is our trust in institutions. And yet that's what we're dealing with, along with a $17 million bill. Joining me right now with his thoughts, Republican Congressman from Arizona, Andy Biggs. You know, Andy, I can get over the money real fast, right? Because we're an industrious, productive country, and we make a ton of stuff, and $17 million in the scheme of things, it is coming from taxpayer dollars. But if for any reason you actually needed this investigation, I would argue $17 million is worth it. But my concern here, Congressman, is that we don't need the investigation, that it is just something to occupy people's time politically, shall we say, and for them to point fingers. And that, if that's the case, is indeed far more costly, shall we say, than $17 million. Well,
Trish, I have to agree with you. Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right. Look at what this is really getting at. It's approaching the fabric of our country. I mean, you know, $17 million in a $4 trillion budget, that's nothing. But when you look at what it's attacking the very fundamentals of this government system that we have, a constitutional republic where you elect people, and those people are accountable to the voters. And on the other hand, we have the executive branch appointing a special counsel to investigate the president on what seems to be political grounds and political grounds only. And since that's the case, it really undermines this notion that everyone is going to be subject to the law in an even and equal basis. And that's the problem that you have here with this Mueller investigation, where we haven't even seen the scope letter. They have been not transparent to the body that responds to the public, and that's the legislative branch. And it's really a problem that also cements in the divisiveness that we see in our society today.
Agreed. Congressman, then, in some ways, has Vladimir Putin gotten exactly what he wanted? I mean, if his goal when he set out to tinker with our elections was just to sort of undermine our confidence in the system and to create further division, making us increasingly ungovernable, then hasn't he succeeded on that front?
Well, yeah, I think that that's one of his goals. I don't think that he particularly wanted Trump or Hillary Clinton one over the other. I think what he wanted to do is exactly what you said, and that is to call into question the very foundational idea that in a constitutional republic you have free and reliable and open elections. And so he's kind of gotten what he's wanted. But beyond that, he's also cast this cloud and caused President Trump, and by the way, we're fortunate that we have somebody who's able to concentrate as much as President Trump, because look, he's able to focus while a substantial portion of his resources is diverted to respond to this.
I know, yeah. I know. I say, I don't know how I'd get anything done. I mean, you got this investigation going on. You've got your team members, your staff preoccupied with dealing with that. It's a headache as far as the press aspect of it goes. I mean, in the messaging, you know, look, you're right. It says something perhaps to him and his ability to compartmentalize that we've gotten as far as we have on a number of issues, because this is one big elephant in the room. But Congressman, thank you. I think you're spot on when you talk about Putin perhaps getting what he wanted in all of this, because now our trust in our very system of government has certainly been undermined. Congressman Biggs, thank you, sir.